Gaslighting, comrades. Remember this every time those trolls and bloggers come out. It is when you are telling a lie and your lie is so calculated and good that the person who listening to the lie have to wonder if them they hear wrong the first time. At the same man, they say we can't sleep with the windows and doors open on the PNP unless JLP win. And a lot of us don't realize the importance of a vote because we're not going out and voting and allowing money to control our politics. And we allow 20% of the electorate to choose a government that claims that they are a majority government and acting with such arrogance that even when I say that we are drifting towards a certain type of government, they come down and say it can't be true. But the class alliance of the People's National Party did not stop there. It was that class alliance that Norman Manley said that the People's National Party had to be a party of the people. And party mean niceness now, comrades. When you say comrade, no matter where you be, you know say a niceness. But we have a vision and a purpose. And that People's National Party brought us right up to independence before we lost it. And fake rumors about Russian warships in the harbor and all of that stuff. It is the People's National Party that broke down the social barriers when them picnic don't know what bastard mean. Eh? Where you have outside picnic and inside picnic and you can't get certain privileges. Them come in a one world where maternity leave is taken for granted. People's National Party. And as much as they claimed about the miracle of the 1980s, where they said that there was a massive economic turnaround, massive economic turnaround where the net international reserves was in the negatives, negative 800 million with a falsely secured exchange rate. It was the People's National Party again, when Jamaica's name was mud, when they refused to even go in the classroom and sit the IMF test, that came back and rescued Jamaica. And this is why we have to rescue Jamaica again. And the problem then was economic. Right now the problem is integrity. And that is why this man right here is the one to take over and save the moral soul of Jamaica, because he's a man of integrity. And he's not a fake man. He's not somebody who is acting on social media. But I'm talking too much, and I said I'm going to talk about three things. So let me get to it. Gaslighting, comrades. Remember this every time those trolls and bloggers come out. It is when you are telling a lie and your lie is so calculated and good that the person who listening to the lie have to wonder if them they hear wrong the first time. So when you hear a prime minister almost at the verge of tears saying, I have said it many times that it is beyond our capacity to control crime. Many times I've said it. We start to wonder if at the same man they say we can't sleep with the windows and doors open on the PNP unless JLP win. You start scratch your head. And when your head balling and I know here, you know saying I'm not. So I must lie. When you hear a man say that it is what people talking about, they're moving to cashless and digital currency and it's mischief they're making, you have to wonder if it's the same man said it is inevitable that we're going to move to a cashless society. I start wondering if it's gaslighting or my memory not good. You start questioning yourself because of how good they are. Then you hear that they're paying salaries for SSL that has a special relationship with the government apparently. But then you hear that there was never going to be any bailout of any financial institution. You start wondering if your English teacher teach you what bailout mean. Gaslighting, comrades. Anytime they come with it, you remember that word. And juke them with it. The next word is a straw man. A straw man argument is one that you build up. And then you focus all the attention on the straw man so you forget the real argument. And the Minister of Finance is a master at building straw man. And I first noticed it when this issue of one of the companies that he was associated with closely got a tax write-off of $40 million despite being profitable. And it was all over the news. And they never disputed it. They never said why a profitable company should get a write-off when we have to be paying taxes. Hey, you know, say, if we never have to pay tax, we could have worked from January to September and sit down our yard for the rest of the year. When you work October, November, December, that is the 33% of your salary that go into taxes. So when we talk about taxpayers' dollars, we're vexed because October, November, December, that is when you get up and go work, pay a bus fare, everything, that is to put in the taxpayers' coffers. And I don't care what them want to say, FSC money and my money too. But that was another straw man. But the straw man that they built was when they started to talk about PNP do it too with the tax write-offs and talk about how much money PNP wrote off in how many years. So the whole of Jamaica start look, all of the journalists start look on what they were presenting. And they forgot about the Minister of Finance with a tax write-off to a company that he may or may not, or allegedly. You have to use allegedly in anything you say, or else them sue you. Dayton, that's my legal advice to you today. Use allegedly. So allegedly, them allegedly write off the taxes to this allegedly complicated, connected company. But they built a straw man and everybody turned down on that straw man of PNP do it too. The next straw man I saw him build up was when we were talking about this missing SSL report. I told it as a special place, you know. And you never believe me. When I think me a gaslight, you know, me not do that, me a PNP. The SSL report that they said was locked up in a filing cabinet in the office that he never saw. All of the attention turned on the 2019 report, and we start to leak and then releases, and all the attention turned on the 2019 report that said if there was a breach and it is not corrected, lock them down. You remember? You remember said there was a 2017 report? Why nobody never talked about the 2017 report? Because the 2017 report said that if there's a breach and it is not fixed, we're going to lock them down. But they found the breach, and then they created another report in 2019. So, this man, this company get so much breaches and can't lock down. And when the RAF people curse some bad word, they mash up the whole of them RAF instead of give them a second chance. Straw man. The last thing, cause somebody come and tug my shirt a while ago, I never say so. I promise I'm going to tell you about the donkey bar. It is not enough for us as comrades to cuss and carry on and say that JLP this and JLP bad. We have to make a difference. And what we have to do in Jamaica is to raise the donkey bar when we are in government. What is the donkey bar? You remember when this lady could not travel on a proper road with her market produce and she begged for a donkey? Now there are different bars, different levels. One, you can empower this lady by having a produce market, and she's going to make so much money that she's going to buy a car and upgrade to a van, and her daughter and whoever. Everybody going to have money. That is true prosperity. Empower the people, which is what we're about. The second level, which is lower, is to fix the road. But we're not even going to fix the road. We buy 100,000 donkey and spend $200,000 to have 2 camera crews. One when she receiving the donkey and when the Prime Minister is there on a phone call with him fake self. Oh, I'm so happy. That is the donkey bar that we have to raise. We have to empower people and give them the tools to make better lives for themselves and their families. That is what the Class Alliance of the People's National Party wants. And that is what we're going to give you when we form the next government. Comrades, thank you all.